Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
When I was a young girl, well, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. Well, that was a long time. No matter how I tried, the years just flow by like a broken down dam.
Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a
Hard way to go.
There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear them, they're buzzing. And I ain't done nothing since I woke up today.
How the hell can a person go to work in the morning,
every morning,
come home in the evening,
nothing to say?
have nothing to say?
Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
All right. Pretty good.
Thanks, Debbie.
Pretty good. All right.
Emmylou Harris.
Emmylou Harris, baby. Emmylou Harris, how you doing? All right, Amy, how you doing? Thank you, baby. Hey, everybody, AM 1230, WJOB. My name's Jim Dedelow, back in the saddle. After being out for a few days, we got some traffic to get to. I got a feeling I'm getting a call here any second about some major traffic. Hey, give popo. Holo, jgara fapa. Mojgi fi piriri pap kaluta pafa. Hey, jgidi fapa. Moloroshgifi. Map karaniere puroshgifi putu. I-65 southbound is closed at route. Well, at mile marker 220, it's the farm exit. And you got to get off at Winnemac. You got to go all the way around, and you got to go south of Winnemac, which is Helesgi VP, Moro Noroshkifa, Hebkid Talanara Pashki Femine. What would next be? I think it's 114, isn't it? But anyways, you got to get off at what's the name of that farms? Fair Oaks Farms, and then you got to weasel your way through some cornfields, and then next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. That is not the case. There you go. Just got a fapa. Hey, how have you been, man? We're all together again. Let's see if this is what I'm looking for. Hey, let's get sheepy. Moloronosko. Heve kere mara papkalipish kifi. Hey, you're on the air. How are you?
Hey, Jed. Breaking news live from southbound I-65. It happened again. This is like a bad stretch of highway. I don't know what's going on down here, but again, south of the cow farm, going southbound, 65 completely shut down due to a major accident. Got detour off at the cow farm, go south through the cornfields, through the soy fields, back on to 114 and head south.
All right. So hold on. I'm looking at your pictures. Let me see if I could show them. If you're watching on JED TV, Sports Network, I'll have those up in just a second. But it looks like they had enough time to put all the arrows out and get cones out and so forth. I mean,
yeah.
How bad is
Probably
this
it's going to be shut down for a while. That's why they got the state trucks out there and stuff to do all this and deter the traffic out by the cow farm.
Okay, hold on a second. Goddard's texting me too. Give me a sec here. Let me send this picture to myself first. So if you guys want to watch it, see if Goddard's got any pictures for me here. So if you're just picking us up here, Mark's calling. He's southbound on I-65. If you know anybody going that way, let them know that they cannot go south on I-65 without getting out. All right, here it is. Southbound traffic. Here's Goddard of Region News Source. Go to Region News Source on Facebook and like his page, and you'll get updates. Southbound traffic on I-65 is being diverted at 220, which we were just talking about, due to an overnight fatal crash. Listen to this, Mark, involving 3 semis.
Okay.
One of the trailers.
Go ahead.
One of the trailers that caught fire was loaded with peat moss, which keeps reigniting. Exactly. Oh my God. Hold on a second here. Which keeps reigniting. And once the fire has been extinguished, crews will continue to remove the damaged vehicles from the roadway. There is no timeline for the interstate to reopen. Take 41 or 231 as alternatives. All right, so we'll get more information later this morning. Let's see here. All right, that's southbound on I-65. Now, hold on a second. Let's look at these alternatives. A lot of people go that way, especially right now. I think my brother, I think he's got to work, but either tomorrow or the next day they're going down there, and a lot of people are going down to drop their kids off for school during the week. I think the latest, this is a big week for that. So give me a second on the maps. Now, you would get off at 14, right?
At the cow farm.
And then where would you go from there? Or if you were leaving the region, better yet, where would you take off from? Would you go to 65, take 231, and then if you go 231 a little bit east, what's that road that goes north-south? That's, I think it's just 231. You could keep going, and then...
You know what? It was pretty easy to stay on 65 and get off at the cow farm, turn left. You go through the cornfields a little bit, the traffic moves, and then before you know it, you're getting back on at 114. It really wasn't that much of a, hassle, really. I think going down 231 or going down 41, that's way too much out of the way. Unless you're going to Purdue, then you can go down 41. But if you're going anywhere else, I'd just stay right on it. Really.
All right. I'm looking at
but
where.
That was earlier.
I'm looking at where you came out. So you came off, and you went west on 14.
No, left. No, east. I went east, and then I went right, which is back south, over I-65, turned left, and then got back on.
All right, so you went out to 231 then.
At that,
Yeah. So you could either, if you get off at Fair Oaks, right? It's
Yeah.
14, and I think it's mile marker 220 if I remember correctly. So you could either go east or west, and which way are they pushing you?
you could go either way, you know.
Okay.
I went left because that's the way everybody else was going.
All right, so you went left, and that took you over to 231 south, and that
About
goes,
a mile or so. Yeah.
231 reconnects. If you go right, you get kind of caught in, I don't know if you ever played golf at Curtis Creek, it's over there, and you go south. That one goes away from I-65, and then you'd have to come all the way back, I think, on like 24 or something like that. Yeah, it looks like it's considerably longer distance if you get off at 14 going west towards Illinois. So, well, I mean, it's kind of made for that because you had to go through Rensselaer, right?
No.
No, all right.
No.
I don't know where you went then. All right.
But,
Mark, good call. Hold on, let me show you a picture real quick, all right? Here it is. All right, now
I'm driving 10 and 2.
All right, so I'm looking at a picture right now where you're coming up on a big arrow and the cones and everything. That's the exit, correct?
Right. Yep. By the cow farm. You know, I think it's the cows that got something to do with all these accidents. I think that they want people to get off there, buy some BP gas, get some food. You know, they got a hotel, spend the night, and I think the cows got something to do with all this. Okay, that's all I got to say.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Talk to you.
All right, later.
All right,
Bye.
that's excellent coverage by both Mark and by Goddard. Don't go southbound. It's let me give it to you again. It is 3 semis somewhere between Fair Oaks and Nudist Colony. Fair Oaks and Curtis Creek, if you know where that is. Probably right in that area. And then, anyways, three semis caught fire. One was loaded with peat moss, so it keeps reigniting. And they don't have any timeline on when I-65 southbound is gonna open. Let me catch up and do the rest of the traffic and weather and all that right after this on the Voice and Face of the Radio.
One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness got to give. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness got to give. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness got to give.
je mowgo, je va pas. As give shiitake off your shoes. Ziggy, 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 ziggy. Jiggy, jiggy. Hey, everybody, AM 1230, WJOB. I am Jim Dedelow, host of JED in the region and the purveyor of the JED TV Sports Network. We are in high for preparation mode right now. And we got volleyball, soccer, and football all coming up. And I'm going to try to play a little golf tomorrow. Probably won't happen. And I know other guys are going to say, well, what's going on with you anyways? How's your life going? I'll be, well, you know, I got involved like at 40 years old. I thought I'd buy these radio stations, and then I bought a newspaper, and I thought I'd kind of write it out and, you know, have some fun and kind of play it in and just do it until I didn't, you know, whenever I didn't feel like doing it, kind of semi-retired. And instead, we got into sports streaming, and it's crazy how it has ballooned and how much I'm working. And I guess I kind of like it. You know, I'm a little surprised at the amount, but I've learned so much of late, and it is going nuts. But when we come in, once we start in a little bit here with, I think our first game we're going to do is a soccer match on the 13th. And then it's just pedal to the metal, and I love it for some reason. Partly because what we're doing is mission-based, which is all I decided to do when I left the Board of Trade. I'm like, it all has to be mission-based. And putting kids on the TV and promoting high school sports around here is about as pure as I could get. Where's my glasses? Where'd you put them? You know? Why is that? Why? And usually when I say that, they're on my head, but I can't find the dang things right now. Hapka, Palanoro, Virginia. There they are. I'll just get a different pair. All right, let's talk about this. Southbound on I-65. That's your problem, all right? If you're going southbound on I-65, it is closed at mile marker 220, which is Fair Oaks Farms, right? All right, I got Roselawn is Ponderosa Sun Club, Route 10. Route 14 is Winnemac. Now, I got that from a guy who would no doubt know where Roselawn and the Ponderosa Sun Club is. It's been a long time since I've been there, but one time I was working on a construction job, and it was just across the field from the Ponderosa Sun Club, and got a little glimpse of some naked people walking around, and oh my gosh, everybody, not just the pretty people, want to be naked, right? That would be my first swig of coffee today. I don't know why it took so long, but there it is. All right. So in terms of the traffic, that's your big news this morning. Southbound I-65 closed. Paul Goddard, Region News Source. Go there and like his page, and you'll be able to follow it. But it is Pete Moss, one of the 3 semis that got involved in the wreck, was carrying Pete Moss at, is tipped over and is on fire off and on, and it keeps reigniting as Pete Mosses want to do. So there's no traffic. It's early August. It's the dog days of summer. 294 is good. 80 going east and west is good. There's an outbound tussle on the Dan Ryan outbound. The 2 left lanes are blocked, but it's so light coming outbound at this hour that you can actually get around it. You might have a little bit of a brake tapper, and that's right around 95th, but that's the only thing in the entire Chicago area. Skyway looks good, Borman, I-65, and you get all the rest of it. In terms of, let's see, we did that. What about the weather? It rained quite a bit for a while, and some of that has gone. It's a little chilly, man. We haven't had a nice chilly morning in a long time, but I saw that it was 59 degrees when I woke up. You know, I woke up at like 4 and just kind of laid in bed and worried about everything. You ever do that? What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? And then next thing I know, it was late, and I'm like, I'm all worried out. Oops, I just hung up on somebody. Sorry. 62 degrees right now here along the Borman. It's 59 degrees in Crown Point, 62 in Whiting also. So going forward for the whole day, as soon as I get some of my pop-up ads to leave, I will tell you all about it. 83 is your high, with humid with hazy sunshine tomorrow, humid with periods of clouds and sun. And then by Thursday, mainly cloudy and humid and a high of 88. Over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, it gets really hot again, as it has been recently. Talking 95 on Saturday. So a good day for the beach, good day to go swimming. A bad day to go and work in the yard. A caution advised if outside for extended periods of time on Saturday. All right, I've been away for a while. I was off last week. It wasn't really a vacation because of all the things that went down, but I did get away for a little bit. And I would like to maybe get a real vacation at some point, but it doesn't happen. I felt bad about bringing our engineer back from Tennessee. He hadn't been on vacation in 12 years, and he was with his daughter and his grandson camping, and he knew we were off the air, and he had to come back. And it turns out that NIPSCO did not see that. I don't know what happened, but it was just a power problem, which we had told them all along. We thought, well, NIPSCO says our power's good, so it must be on our end. So I called in the troops, and it turns out it was not on our end. So I apologize to a few people involved. And to our resident electricians, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you to engineer for driving up from Tennessee. Thank you to the wife, because I had to leave the vacation a couple of days early and drive home to try to fix it. It was a complete cluster, as you guys well know. Last week at this time we were off the air, but I don't know if there's any way to, I don't even know if it's even worth talking about, other than it was just a real drag. You know what I mean? They're driving back in the rain. We got back on, I think, last Wednesday evening, and we've been on, just every once in a while it goes off in our 100-year history. So in terms of other announcements, I don't have any. Let's take some phone calls. Hey, you're on the air. How are you?
Good morning.
What's up, man? How are you?
Terrible.
Okay, that's not. Tell us about it.
Well, July 9th is when it started. That deal when I was on the radio station. So yeah. I was in a hospital. I was in a hospital week. Got out. A few days later, went back into the hospital for another week. Got out. Went back in the hospital for another week. Got out. I'm at home sitting here trying not to move around because I'm practically completely blind.
You know, I heard that, and I am so sorry. What happened? I mean, it was a...
Well, they did everything. They did CAT scan. Every hospital, in 3 weeks I'm in there, they did so many CAT scans, MRIs. Then they somehow put a needle in my spine for fluids, checked everything, I guess some lady's coming to the house this morning, but, it's disgusting. Since 2016, I've been taking pictures and videos, and I have a Facebook page. I've got so many pictures, so many people I've met in my life and know from my video productions, and not one of them a-holes calls me. I got a flat phone. I'm sitting here. I spent 20 or 30 minutes trying to get this phone to get to your station. I think the last time was when I dialed it. I think it dialed Verley's because that's next to W. But thing is somebody took me out to Social Security, and I filed for that. Maybe I'm going to be getting my Social Security or disability. But thing is, all the people I know, because I need to go to 2 places and do some things. Nobody comes around. But boy, when they want something, they'll call me. So I'm not going to do it yet, but I'm thinking all them pictures and videos on my Facebook page, I'm going to delete that page. Nobody wants to help me. Guess what? My pictures are going to be gone for society. You know.
Well, Mike, I'm not sure that. Hold on. You ever hear the term "cut off your nose to spite your face"? Don't do that. I mean, just listen to me on that one. I'm looking at your page right now. Let me go put it up on here.
I mean, I don't think anybody could go on that page and make a comment or make a big announcement about my medical condition. I think I have to go on my page. They can only comment on, like, somebody, when I post my pictures, make a comment to a picture, but I don't think nobody, I got like 906 people that follow me. I got a ton of people, and I don't think nobody knows, especially me hanging out at Blue Top. Not a single person, nobody from Blue Top's contacted me.
Well, Mike, one of the things to understand is that, a lot of times people don't know, and, you're kind of jumping the gun a little bit there. So understand that, some people are going to learn today, and they're going to go to Mike's Ground to Air videos. Mike's Ground to Air videos on Facebook, and they'll leave you a little something. So just have a little time, and people will come around. Now, what exactly do you want help in?
Well, I've got some money in my account now. Going to last me, I hope, until I start getting my check or disability. Which now my boss. Where I rent, my boss, my landlord, when I was next door talking to me the other day, he's been helping me tremendously. He says, when you buy groceries, don't worry, we're paying your groceries. I says, okay. But it's like all my utility bills, household bills are paid up. But when I start running out of this money that's in this one account, then I'm flat broke. Maybe I'll go live on the corner, go homeless.
Put that back there. To do your forward offset, stop that tire on the yellow line, touch your brakes, toot your horn, and back in. Go ahead and start on it, okay?
That was just you a month ago teaching a guy how to drive a truck.
Yep.
Well, take it easy today. Now, you can't see anything, or what's going on?
If I look straight ahead, I can see the light above my TV. If I put my face against the TV, I know where to go to bring up Channel 7 News. And then, somebody called in yesterday from your station and told me that the station's working, because I kept trying to get you guys and listen to it. Now I can. I was a little worried was what was going on. I like listening to the station, But I can see the window. I can see the difference between daylight and dark. I'm still kind of wobbly, I guess at 8 o'clock this morning, some home health services from community hospitals coming here at 8 o'clock for evaluation. Because right now my pill bottle box is empty. I took my last medicine. I got a pill bottle box for 7 days. And I don't know. I've got in that one tray over there, that's the medicine I take every day. But there's this one pill I got to take 3 times a day, and then there's this other one. And I can't read, so I don't know if I'm taking the wrong medication. That's what I'm worried about.
Challenge. Not being able, you don't want to just take pills indiscriminately.
No. Like right now, I guess hopefully this lady this morning is going to fill up my pill bottle, and I'll be good for 7 more days.
All right, I'm looking at his Facebook page. He can't read it right now. Do they say your sight's going to come back, Mike, or what?
I doubt it's going to come back. It's not. It's way gone now. I can tell you right now.
Hold on a second. Isn't your wife blind?
Yeah.
So both of you are there.
She's doing better than me. I shouldn't. I don't want to say what happened this morning again. I ain't going to say that.
All right. Well, here's the thing, Mike. I'm sure there's services once you start to learn on how to get into, what's available.
Yeah.
There are services, especially since, obviously, I know your wife and I know you, and you have been caring for your wife all these years as the seeing person, and now you have lost your sight, and I don't even know what to say, and I'm sure there are all sorts of people shaking their heads. What can you cook food?
Really, not really. Debbie's doing all the cooking and stuff. I can kind of clean a little bit, but the thing is my driver's license and my vehicle's all registered down at my campground. I talked to the license bureau. One of my friends called there. I need to transfer my driver's license back here to Hammond, Indiana, so I'm in Lake County. So if I need any help in Northwest Indiana to help me, but because it's a Newton County, I have to go down there to get help.
That's a problem.
Because of my and I guess somebody's going to take me. That's why I'm not touching any of this money. I'm only using this money when we need it.
All right, Mike. Keep us updated. I hope that. It's a sad story.
Yeah, somebody needs to call me because I have a flat phone.
What's that mean?
Flat phone.
I don't know.
That means a flat phone. It's flat.
You mean a flip phone or a flat phone?
No, not a flat phone. You got the icons and all that stuff. I can't see anything on that screen. I don't know what I'm doing.
You can't feel the key, the numbers. You can't feel the little pad things that you touch, right?
Nope. That's why I just sit here wait for people to call me. I can't call nobody out. And I missed a call from Social Security. I had a few questions, so I've been sitting here, had this phone on my lap all this yesterday and today because I had somebody call that number that I'm supposed to call, left a message, and they're going to call me back. They had said something about a few questions, but
all right,
we'll kind of get through it. But I just want to let everybody know, my eyesight's gone probably.
All right, Mike, keep us updated. I know a number of people are going to find out, and that people are going to reach out to you. Now, I know it's a problem because you can't read your Facebook page, right?
I can't read nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put it out there. Anybody that knows Mike and wants to chip in.
And if anybody knows my phone number, at least call me. Keep me company. It's boring just sitting here.
All right, Mike. I'm looking at all your videos and your pictures. Don't delete them, okay?
Well, I don't want to, but if I got that kind of people, they always wanted me to do festivals, parades. I did Wicker Park concerts. I did Wicker Park car shows. I did Dyer Festival. I did parades for the police departments. I did so much stuff. And then here I am sitting here twiddling my thumbs.
All right, Michael. We'll talk to you. I hope call me Thursday. I'll be back. All right. Thanks a lot. All right, guys. AM 1230 WJOB. That's the reality of life right there. It's especially concerning in that Debbie, his wife, doesn't see, and now Mike, in all improbabilities, has had some sort of incident that played out on the air. If you guys. Tom Dabberton was sitting here, and I was actually working in the office out there, like 6:45 on a Wednesday, and somehow Mike called in and was having some sort of a medical emergency at the place where he teaches truck drivers, and I guess he was kind of the only one out there. It was pretty early, and some of I think Goddard was kind of coordinating it, and Matlock went out there, and just a bunch of other people went out there and was able to get him to the hospital. But evidently through all that, he lost his sight, and Dave from Gary was kind of the most instrumental on that. So I don't know what to say. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back on the Voice and Face of Reason.
All the time. Strange currencies. And here is my appeal. I need a chance, a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, a word, a signal, not a little breath, just to fool myself, catch myself, and make it real.
Mercifully. Yes, and neither would you, Derek, this star nonsense.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
I'm sure of it.
So you think you could tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead
Hey everybody, AM 1230 WJOB 104.7 FM. There's very little traffic on the Chicago metro area. But if you go a little bit south and you try to go south on I-65, you're not going to be able to do that because it is closed at exit at mile marker 220, which is, I believe, Route 14. That is Fair Oaks Farms. You got to get off and you got to, luckily you can go either east or west, and there's a way to get down to I-65. And then you just got to bypass a 3 semi accident with a fatality. I am not allowed to, I'm not showing any of the pictures right now, and that there's just a horrific accident and a horrific fatality. I want to say thank you to Mark, who was driving down there, took some pictures. Also, you know, for some reason I thought I had John Doherty, but I don't. It's tomorrow. Anyways, southbound on I-65, let anybody know that you know that drives down there. There's a number of people that are going down to take kids down to Purdue, Ball State, IUPUI, IU, that kind of thing. Even further on south for colleges, it's a lot of the traffic right now. So let them know that that's happening and that you're going to have a delay. I mean, if you're going to Purdue, I would take 41. I guess if you were going to Indy or further south or whatever, you might stay on 65 and just take the detour. Otherwise, taking 41 and cutting over on 52 is like a long day. All right. That was weather. What a beautiful time. What a beautiful, humid with hazy sunshine and a high of 83. Tomorrow even warmer, humid with periods of clouds and sun and a high of 86. And then by Thursday, mainly cloudy and humid and a high of 88. And then by Friday, mostly sunny, hot and humid. And then by Saturday, partly sunny and very hot and with highs in the mid-90s. It's a hell of a thing which we just listened to, as we've seen some things play out on the air of late that are quite sad. As you listened as Dabberton and MX and Dave from Gary and Matlock and some others kind of all came together and helped rescue Trucker Mike from the truck depot where he teaches and arrives early, and called in, and just so happens that he didn't wait very long and got on the air, and Dabberton and Paul Goddard and others were able to kind of direct some emergency personnel over there, and he went in the hospital off and on. But as was just relayed on a phone call before us, Mike says he lost his sight. And if you guys follow this show for any length of time, Mike's wife, Debbie, doesn't see at all. Or as far as I could tell, I don't know what, I know that she's, very much visually impaired. So now he can't see or can't read or can't see in front of him. So now you have two mostly blind people living together and not really knowing what to do, and that is an issue. Now, I think there are a couple of people that are in a position they might be able to help them out, and hopefully that happens. You know, I realize that there is a lot of sadness and tragedy and pain and grief in the world, and it was never really that far from my mind that when I'm doing this show or, running WJOB and now JED TV Sports Network, that, there's a lot of pain out there. And there's people right now that are listening that may have lost someone or just have an ongoing worry, or just some, typically most people have something that pains them greatly. And I understand that. I know I've seen some pain of late in my own life, not necessarily me or us, but I've seen it surrounding us. And, it just makes you wonder. You go, man, people just, we got to live through this. I mean, I've certainly lived through my share of tragedy and pain and, continue to have some, as does everybody else. But sometimes it's very acute and you just happen to pick up listening. If it's very acute pain, you're probably up early, so you might be listening to me. And there's a couple of things that I learned when I was trading in the pits of the Board of Trade. First of all, I lost all my money twice, and it's nothing like taking the train home with the little money you have left and coming home and telling the wife that I know we were going to buy a washer and dryer, but I think we're going to have to hold off on that, and that you are going to continue to lump the kid into a wagon and take her over to the laundromat and wash clothes that way, if you don't mind, till I figure out something else that we could figure out how to pay the bills and keep the little house that we do have. And I don't know where I was going with that, but you learn when you're in the pits that if you have a wound, if you have something that is bothering you, that is an overriding worry or an overriding pain, that the markets will find it, and then it will exploit you, and then you will lose money. And if you do make money, it's probably an accident. And so you have to somehow bring yourself to the pits in a reasonably balanced fashion. Otherwise, if you're buying and selling and buying and selling, hey, I'll buy that, I'll sell that, I'll buy this, sell that. If you're not balanced, you cannot compute it correctly. You can't decide what to buy, what to sell. Mainly, the biggest issue is if you're already basically having self-image problems or self-loathing problems or some sort of grief, that once you start losing money on a trade, it's very difficult to just say, hey, I screwed up, let's just get out of this and keep going, start over. No, you're like, no, man, if I get out of this trade, it'll confirm the fact that I'm a big loser, and then you just don't get out of it. And that's how you take the train home and tell your wife, no washer, no dryer. So I learned that there were times where I should not go into the pits. Like I'm too tired. I've been sick. I've got some sort of emotional issue. Every once, if you just have a fight with your wife or something like that, you can kind of eradicate that enough in your head to walk into the pits, but you have to walk in reasonably balanced. So after the second time I lost all my money, I was like, all right, now the only way that I got in there was I was sitting at home watching the kids, and the wife was going to school at Purdue Cal, and it was a rainy day, and I don't know when, but it wasn't warm. And the guy knocks on the door, and he says, hey, I'm here about the hail damage. And I say, well, what do you mean the hail damage? And the kid's crying, and he goes, well, we had the storm, and I'm here to, do the adjustment. And I go, well, okay, let's go look at the roof then, I guess. Is that what you want? And he goes, yeah. So he looks at the roof, and he's like, all right, we'll get an estimate and figure out, how much it's going to be, and we'll give you, we'll talk about getting a check and everything. I'm like, really? Well, how much do you think it's worth? And he's like, I don't know, probably around $5,000, somewhere like that. Now, $5,000 is not enough to go back and restart up trading, even in the minor leagues where I was in the Mid-America Exchange. I had a badge there, a kind of throwaway badge, as I had gone to the big pits, and then I had bought this mid-am, so I still had it. And I said, well, what if you just wrote me a check right now for it? And then I went and got it fixed. He goes, okay, let me call my boss. calls his boss, and the boss says, yeah, just write him a check. We don't want to deal with it. We got too many of these. So they write me a check for like $5,000. So I go to the wife, all right, well, tomorrow you don't have class, so I think I'm going to go downtown. And she's like, what are you going to go downtown? You lost all our money. How are you going to go trade? Oh, I just want to go see a couple things. So I go up to the Board of Trade, and I go into this office of this guy that I know. And I'm like, hey, man, it was bad break. I don't have any dough to trade with. He goes, yeah, that kind of sucks. But there were some really big traders around that I had gotten friends with. So I'm sitting there, and I go, well, hey, you know what? I got $5,000. What'll that do me? He goes, well, I don't know. You're supposed to have 50. You know that. And I'm like, all right, well, is there anything we can work out here? And then I pulled up a big handle of vodka. Hi, how are you? Who are you? I'm Lena. Oh, are you here with Adriana? Intern. Oh, she's interning. I did not know that. All right, I'm going to go out there. You guys could have the studio, all right? Seems there's people here. It smells a lot better than when I'm just sitting here. So to finish the story, I put the handle of vodka on there, and he's like, His name was Rich. And can you change the cameras over here? And Rich says, well, let's see what we could do. So Rich took my $5,000 and put it in an account. And it wasn't enough. I think you had to have 10 to trade a one lot at the Board of Trade, so I didn't have enough margin. So he goes, I'll tell you what. He goes, you're pretty good friends with so-and-so, right? I go, yeah. He goes, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we you can go down and trade some one lots, but I'll just margin your stuff with his stuff. What do you mean? He goes, well, I can do that. Don't worry about it. But thanks for the vodka. So I got back to the Board of Trade by a guy coming from a hailstorm, giving me $5,000, and me going up, and a buddy I knew giving him a handle of vodka, and him margining my $5 into $50,000 against a very well-known trader at the Board of Trade. And I told him the story, the well-known trader. I told him the story later, and he just laughed, but he probably wouldn't have laughed at the beginning. So anyways, there are things that happen, but what I learned from the Board of Trade is that you had to come in balanced. Otherwise, they would find it, and you would be in a position where you needed someone to knock on your door with a hail damage check. I also know that here on the morning show, it's very similar to that, in that I should show up with pretty much the same attitude every day. Now, of course, I'm going to show up and I got things on my mind, or I got, whatever business issues, or I've got personal issues, but that should not be part of this game, right? And I think I've taught that to others, and I think that, I got to make it clear sometimes, like, I know you're having an issue, let's just go in the bathroom and, put some water on your face and come out here and play the game, because that is our job, and that people are listening and wanting to know what's going on. But make no mistake that I understand that it isn't just all fun and games, even though I'm always just screwing around, that there are people that are really hurting. Right now, Mike and Debbie are hurting, and it is just hard to believe, really, that the seeing guy with the blind wife is now also can't see, and they're in the same house, and they don't know what to do, and he can't answer his phone. You can't make that up. If you saw it in a movie, you'd be like, whoa, man, this is tough to watch, but it's the reality of life. Also, reality, can you show that picture over there, Adriana? Straight from Big Frank Sausage, the Polish sausage king of Northwest Indiana, Stan Stefanski, made the trip up north to come see the Doc's Smokehouse team at the Wisconsin State Fair. And that's from Brent Brazier. He will not be with us this week. I think I'm hosting the show on Friday. And Paul Goddard, it says here, Brent Brazier is waiting on Paul Goddard to make an appearance. There's the big Doc Smokehouse deal up in the Wisconsin State Fair. I talked to Brent yesterday. He is having just some record moments there at the Wisconsin State Fair, in that it's been good weather and he's got this massive tent. But Big Frank went over there. Stan Stefanski went up there. I guess Goddard's going to go up there. I was up there. I didn't go to the Wisconsin State Fair. I was going to, but I was called back by, I had to come back when we were off the air, and ultimately it was a NIPSCO problem from what we can understand, and I'm still a little bit pissed about having to do all that because I didn't get to go there. But I did go to a Brewers game. We did go hang out on the terrace at Madison, Wisconsin, and kind of did a little tour of southeast Wisconsin. Now, there's plenty of stuff going on in the world that I would like to hit, but let's all digest what we heard in this first hour. And let's take a short break, and then Adrian will do the weather, I'll do the traffic, and we will restart up on the voice and face of the region.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. What you want, the opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to say yes, say yes. And if you want to say no, say no. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are. You can do what you want, the opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be. You know that there are, you know that there are, you know that there are, you know that there are. You know that there are.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day. And I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the
eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, all my loving, I will send.
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is.
Don't just see a place, taste it with the
A winter's day in a deep and dark December. I am alone, gazing from my window to the streets below on a freshly fallen silent shroud of snow. I am a rock, I am an island. I built walls, a fortress deep and mighty, that none may penetrate. I have no need of friendship. Friendship causes pain. It's laughter and it's loving I disdain. I am
AM 1230, WJOB 104.7 FM, the voice and face of the Calumet region. Let's take a look at traffic. 294 around the city looks pretty good. 80 going east and west looks good to Bishop Ford, Dan Ryan, Skyway Toll Road, Borman, I-65. Your problem, you know, on my computer there, Adriana, on my email is a picture. If you could bring that up, I don't know if it should still be sitting up there. But if you go to my email, I emailed myself a picture from the southbound on I-65. There is a huge accident. There's 3 semis. Thanks a lot to Mark. Thanks a lot to Paul for giving us some coverage on this. But south of Fair Oaks Farms, but north of Ponderosa Sun Club is the accident, and it is 3 semis. One of them has peat moss on it, and it keeps reigniting, so they don't have any, they don't have a timeline for when it's going to open. But I will say this, that we can't show any, that all you're seeing there is the traffic and the trucks and all the problem that it has caused. But there are pictures rolling around, and we're not going to show them because it definitely involved fatality, at least one fatality, and just shows you how really dangerous I-65 is. And I don't know what to tell you. A lot of sadness this morning, and it is what it is, but we're going to move on to some things that aren't so sad. But in terms of, that's your traffic. In terms of weather, Adriana Alvarez is here. Hi.
Hi. So currently right now at the Shack and Vento Studios, it is 83 degrees today. It's 66 degrees. Today we're seeing highs of 83 degrees and lows of 66 degrees with hazy sun. And the air quality may not be that great today. And we're seeing that all throughout Monday through Wednesday. And we are seeing very, very low air quality. On Wednesday, we are seeing highs of 86 degrees, lows of 68 degrees, humid with periods of clouds and sunshine. And then on Thursday, highs of 88 degrees and lows of 69 degrees, mostly cloudy and humid.
All right. Thanks a lot, Adriana Alvarez. Who is with you? Is this, we have a new intern?
Yeah, do you want me to pass the mic over?
You know what? We'll do that after I do this interview, okay? And I was not aware. That's cool. Is this someone you found, or?
No, they came and interviewed with Sam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Excellent. You know, I wish I knew what was going on around here, but
I'm not going to lie. I kind of forgot because I was gone this whole weekend. So I was like,
where'd you go?
San Antonio.
For what?
Just to go visit family.
You have family in San Antonio?
Mm-hmm.
What a great city. Did you go downtown by the little river?
We stayed on the Riverwalk, yeah.
Isn't that crazy how cool that is?
Mm-hmm.
It's not overdone. It's not like, say, going to New Orleans or
Yeah, no.
going to New York City or even Chicago. It's kind of like a little bit smaller version of places to party and have dinner and walk.
Mm-hmm.
And some people.
It was pretty cool.
It really is a cool city. There's not much to it.
You spend a day there and you're done.
Exactly. It's like the
great.
size of the region. Hey, we have some guests here. Hi, how are you, Jessica?
Whoop,
All right.
hold on,
Yeah,
let
we're
me
going.
hear
She's gonna
stuff.
tell me how good you're doing, huh? You keep going. She'll adjust your audio.
I'm great.
And you are with who?
Humane Indiana.
What do you do for Humane Indiana?
I am the Senior Director of Operations for the shelter and the clinic.
And where is Humane Indiana?
We are on 45th Street in Munster. It's 421 45th Street.
And what do you guys do there?
We're an animal shelter, and we have a spay, neuter, and low-cost vaccine clinic attached to us.
And I think I've been there, I don't know, probably 40 times. Last time was to drop off a cat nobody wanted or didn't want or was having trouble with. So you guys were so gracious in taking it that day when it had to go. But in terms of what you guys are doing right now, what are you promoting?
Right now, we're promoting our Clear the Shelter event. It's August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that is where the majority of the animals in the building will have 0 adoption fees.
So right now there's some adoption fees
Yes.
when you go to get a dog or a cat. What else do people adopt? That's pretty most.
That's all we have, are dogs and cats. Occasionally, somebody will drop something off that's not supposed to be there, and we kind of scramble and deal with it as we have to. But
Like what? What if?
We've had people drop off guinea pigs, ferrets, rabbits. We've had chickens before, and we've even had a pig.
You had a pig?
Yes.
A big pig or a little pig?
We've had one was a big pig and one was a little pig. One actually fell off of a truck on 8094.
Was that the big pig or a little?
Yeah,
pig?
that was the big pig.
It fell off a truck
Yeah.
and lived?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it must have fallen off and like rolled into the weeds or something?
I'm not
or-
sure. I didn't see it. Somebody brought it in and said they were driving behind this truck that was probably going to a slaughterhouse. So its pig got its lucky day.
And what happened to the pig?
We sent it to a sanctuary farm.
A sanctuary farm that takes pigs?
Yes.
That thing that exists?
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's kind of, I mean, it just seems kind of odd. I mean, that pig did get lucky. It was like, it was almost like a fate.
Yeah.
And fortune. The pig fell off and then, but what I'm trying to figure out, if it's, maybe there was traffic, so the pig wasn't going real fast when
Maybe.
it fell
I'm
off.
not sure. Yeah, I didn't see it.
I didn't see that story anywhere in any of the media.
This was
Nobody
a couple
covered
years
it?
ago.
Nobody covered it?
Mm-mm.
So I'm sorry to get off track on that.
That's
So where are you
okay.
from, Jessica? Around here? Or what?
Yeah, born and raised in the region. Been here my whole life, and
And
I'm
you love
yeah.
animals.
Yep, I do.
Especially what kind of animals? Are you a dog person
I
or a
am
cat person?
more of a dog person. I have 2 dogs myself.
And what
but
are
I
the-
do
what
have a
are their
cat.
names?
I have Roxy and Samson.
Now, Autumn, do you like Roxy and Samson? I mean, are they your friends?
Well, yeah.
Do you play with them at nighttime, or do they ever bark when somebody walks by in front, like the mailman or something like that?
I don't really know.
You don't really know.
Yes,
what are
they
you
do.
playing on your tablet there?
Well, it's my game called Toka Book World.
All right, it's a pretty cool game. Hey, can you put a one shot on her? You want to see what you look like on TV? Autumn, that's you right there.
Look, right there.
That's you on TV. Is that okay? Now, you want to know something, Autumn? I'm kind of shy too. Now, maybe not on the air, but you see, when you put a microphone like that, sometimes it goes away. You know what I mean? Isn't school starting pretty soon or what?
It's like starting in a week, I think.
In a week?
Next week she goes back. Yeah.
Really? Are you looking for what grade you going to be in?
Well, I'm going to be in 2nd.
You're going to be in 2nd grade?
Yeah.
You looking forward to this? Do you know who your teacher is, by?
No, not yet.
It's not Mrs. McGillicuddy, is it? No? All right, good enough. So this is a special event on, is that a Saturday?
Yep, it's Saturday, August 23rd. NBC is also promoting it, so we kind of join with them, and shelters all over the country do it. So it's kind of like a national campaign. We're trying to make it an event and not just an adoption event. So we'll have a taco truck there, a loaded soda truck, and we'll have some other vendors there as well.
And that'll all be along 45th there?
Yep, it'll be right at the shelter, right in the front.
And where do people park?
They can park in the shelter main lot or on the side of the street if they need to.
And can they park at the Times?
I'm not sure. Usually we have enough parking in our parking lots to cover it.
Because the Times is the next. No,
Yep.
yeah.
The Times is like 2 buildings over.
2 buildings over, yeah. Well, I know a couple people there, so if you need to get some, they owe me a couple things, so I will. I'll set it up if you need it. But is there there's a lot going on in the world, and I guess typically, maybe pre-COVID, I kind of followed are there a lot of dogs, a lot of cats available? What is that right now? I mean, was there surplus or what?
Yeah, we're actually in crisis mode right now, and most of the shelters are. We're kind of seeing levels that are just not sustainable long term. People just aren't really adopting the way that they were pre-COVID. Before COVID hit, people were adopting pretty regularly, so we were able to at least, once we filled the kennel, we were able to empty it back up. And now we're struggling, and I know all the other local shelters are struggling as well because we're just not seeing adoption numbers like we used to. So the same number of animals need to come in, but there's nowhere for them to go.
So, I mean, the Humane Indiana facility there, which seems to me is like always packed every time I've been there, is pretty crowded right now.
Yep.
Is that cat room? A cat room's got to be over
Oh,
populated.
yeah. Yep. This is our busiest time of the year too. So the cat room is packed.
And what kind of dogs are available right now?
All kinds. We've got puppies, we've got small dogs, medium-sized dogs, large dogs. We have something for everybody.
At different stages. Some that are already potty trained, and you don't have to bring them home and lock them in the bathroom and then come up. Nobody has newspaper anymore, so you wind up having to buy a box of rags from Menards or Ace Hardware. So it's in crisis mode. And on August 23rd, you'll be able to go in there and just show your license and say, I got a nice house. There it is. Clear the shelter, August 23rd. Beautiful dogs. What is the easiest one to get placed in a home, dog-wise?
Probably puppies and small dogs. Everybody loves a puppy, and I think small dogs are convenient. It's really hard with housing around here. There are so many different like weight restrictions. So small dogs seem to fit everything.
Autumn, are you watching us on TV there? Yeah? It's pretty cool. What's your favorite kind of dog? Big dog or a little dog?
I really want to say both.
You like them both. You like all kinds of dogs, right? Do you like, what are the golden retrievers? Do you like those kind?
We have golden retriever.
Oh, you do? Is that Moxie?
Roxy.
Roxy. And who's the other one?
Samson.
What kind of dog is Samson?
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler, huh? Oh, so Samson looks out to protect you, right? Typically, Rottweilers are to make sure if somebody comes around, they go, "Rawr."
Yeah.
Yeah. Samson eats a lot of food, too, right?
Yeah. Yes, he does.
And what kind of sound does he make when he eats that food? Kind of like, can you do it? Can you say, Does that sound kind of like it? Or does it sound more like, which one?
It's just like a normal dog eating sound. It doesn't really have a sound.
Oh, okay. Just like chomp chomp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you ever watch Samson eat? No, not really. Huh? You got a tablet to work with, right? It's all right. What about Roxy? What's the your favorite thing that Roxy does?
Okay, so sometimes when she wants to play, she like gets on her back and she starts rolling around.
Oh, really? And do you rub her belly?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice of you. That's the kind of thing that we want other people to do with their dogs that they're going to adopt on August 23rd. Are you going to be there? Yeah. You're going to go with your mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica and Autumn will be there, and you should be there too. That's August 23rd. If you're thinking about getting a pet, a cat or a dog, you can go over there by the Times Building, just a little bit further west, right before the brand new South Shore tracks, and you can get a dog or a cat for no money down. Adriana, do you have a dog or a cat?
I do.
What kind of dog?
She is a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix.
And what's her name?
Her name is Brownie.
Her name is Brownie. Now, do you need another dog?
See, if I bring another dog home, she's going to be really jealous because she's been the only dog for almost 15 years. And also I don't think my parents would like that if I bring home a dog. I can't really sneak that one in and take it with me wherever and them not see it.
Have you been sneaking things into your... we'll leave that alone. Hey, so Jessica, here's an interesting situation. Her dog's 15 years old. Now, when we have gotten, our dogs get old and you'd have to take them to the vet, and it's like a horrible day. But a couple of times we've gotten near the end and we've gotten the new dog has learned from the older dog on where to go and how to live in that house. Do you find that people do that? They get another dog when the other dog gets old. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Dogs are very much pack animals, so most of the time they enjoy having a companion around even if they're old.
Okay, so there you go.
I might be able to.
Can you clip
them.
that out and send it to your mom and see how
Oh, they're
that
probably
goes?
listening right now. I told them that we'd have people on from the animal shelters, and they were just like, okay, what time? They were thinking that, okay, are they going to bring dogs on the air? And I was like, I don't know, maybe.
Well, what you're gonna set up, if that's okay. I'm trying to say I'm not the boss. Whoever's behind there is the boss. I would suggest that perhaps you have Jessica on the Thursday before that, and if she could bring a dog or two or a cat or something, probably a dog might be easier. Would that be all right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not asking you.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
What do you think, Autumn? Which dog from the shelter would you bring to put on TV and on radio? Which one? Is there a special dog you like there?
There's one that I like, but she's like a small dog, but I don't remember her name.
Okay.
She's a black and white dog.
A little black and white dog. We'll see if we can bring that dog if it has not been adopted by
It looks like Snoopy.
Looks like Snoopy. Oh, I love Snoopy, and I love those. I'm not a huge little dog fan, but anybody who looks like Snoopy can't be all bad, right? So we will have a dog, and Adriana will set that up. And then perhaps after the show, perhaps Adriana's parents will come and take a look and see if they want to adopt that dog. Because if you wait till that Saturday,
they might not be there.
It might not be
We're gonna
there.
have celebrity dogs.
And we could even probably work something out with Humane Indiana where there will be no fees on the adoption of whatever you bring in.
I'm sure we could figure that out.
Okay. All right. Hey, thanks a lot. Humane Indiana, August 23rd. We'll promo it again, but if you're looking for an animal, that would be a good day. Companionship other than listening to me and Adriana in the morning, you can get yourself a free adoption. Anything else, Jessica?
Nope. We just hope to see everybody out on August 23rd. And if you can adopt, then please foster, donate, volunteer.
All right, there it is. We'll be right back on the Voice and Face of the Region. Hey, everybody. AM 1230, WJOB 104.7 FM. I'm Jim Dedelow. She's Adriana Alvarez. Adriana, the one of the mics is on, and then can you turn the other one off?
One second. I got to fix this camera angle.
Yeah, and Adriana is here. She's come in, and we have a new intern, which we will bring in at a later date. Right now, we got to talk traffic.
I'm always open to be an intern. You know that.
It's the hours.
You can never learn. I tell my kids you can never learn enough.
And you know what? There's like free tickets. You want to go to anything in the region, you can go to it. All right, that's your one perk.
There you go.
Yeah, 294 around the city looks pretty good.
I want to go see the Cubs and their pitching. The pitcher day is quiet. Oh, wait a minute. He's got an injured elbow.
Did you watch that last night? Did you watch? They score a run.
I don't even want to.
And they score. No, listen. They score a run in the 8th inning, and they're down 3-2, and they score a run, and I'm like, oh wow! Now there's a man on first. Dansby's on first. Maybe they'll get another run. They'll win the game like they did the night before. Mm-hmm. They replay the play, and Dansby Swanson missed first base. They called him safe. It was real close. And the run scored, and he missed first base, and man, did he feel awful. And it was, you would have never found it. I mean, it looked like a bang-bang play where, oh, gosh, he beat the throw.
I sometimes watching baseball is frustrating because we grew up in an era where it was all fundamentals. The guys ran, they caught, they batted. Now this is, oh, wait a minute, I'm a specialized guy where I'm a utility infielder, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. I'm like, no, you're a baseball player. It blows my mind, some of the stuff I see, and just the aloofness of some of these guys. I watched an interview the other day.
I can't. All right, we're going to get to that.
Yeah,
but I have to start after the traffic and weather,
okay.
So I can have a
traffic
segment.
Stinks on I-65 because we don't have 3 lanes that go from I-94 all the way to Indianapolis, because the most important thing is to finish the connection point from Indy to Bloomington with our tax money. Okay.
That
Great
was
idea.
Excellent.
So don't travel on I-65 because you only have 2 lanes of traffic. But if you're not in a hurry to get there, and your dad would love this, just take 41.
Oh, yeah, take 2 hours.
Nice, easy drive. There's nobody on that road. You can just turn the radio on, put a podcast on, whatever, and just take your mosey along.
He's
You're not
promoting our podcast network, too. Like, this is great.
Hold on. We'll get to all of this. But he doesn't get that we do the weather and traffic, and then we do a segment that we cut and play later. So all this stuff we're talking about right now isn't on because it's before traffic and weather. So shut your pie hole until we finish the traffic and weather. 294 around the city looks good. 80 going east and west looks good. Bishop Ford's starting to back up pretty bad on top of the Steel Bridge. That's a little bit odd this time of year, but you will have basically midwinter delays right now. Skyway Toll Road looked pretty good. As our mystery guest said, going I-65 southbound is a real problem today. It's very sad in that there has been at least one fatality. It involved 3 semis and some other vehicles. One of those semis was carrying peat moss and is evidently tipped over. Peat moss is on the road and is starting on fire, and then as soon as they get it out, it starts again. And there is no timeline for when I-65 southbound is going to open. So as our mystery guest said, go 41. Do you know how to take 231? You could do that. I got to believe there's probably a few people on 231. If you go over to 41, not that many people will go that way. So if you're leaving the region and you got to go to Lafayette or Bloomington or even Indianapolis, Tom's right. Take 41, cut over on 52, and you'll be able to catch 65 there and go wherever the heck you need to go. And in terms of weather, Adriana Alvarez.
So currently right now at the Sacramento Studios, it is 69 degrees. Today we are seeing highs of 83 degrees and lows of 66 degrees with haze and sunshine. We have a low air quality alert for today until Wednesday. So be sure to keep that in mind while you are outside today. On Wednesday, we are seeing highs of 86 degrees and lows of 68 degrees. Humid with periods of clouds and sunshine. And then on Thursday, highs of 88 degrees, lows of 69 degrees, mostly cloudy and humid.
It's Adriana Alvarez, and our intern's name is, what's her name? Let's just say hello real quick, if you don't mind. Hi, and your name is?
Hi, my name is Lynette Lopez.
Lynette, and are you at PNW, or?
I just graduated.
You just graduated with communications?
Yeah, communication broadcasting.
And did you take Tom Roach? Did you take Ken Bernowski or any of that over there?
Yeah, Ken, Mary Beth, Jake Giles.
Oh, yeah, Jake. Yeah, Jake. Who sent you over here, Jake or Ken?
Neither of them. I came on my own.
Oh, really? Okay, because they're supposed to send the most talented people like you and Adriana over here. So I'm going to have to go over there and steal Ken's guitar for like 20 minutes and he'll lose his mind. But thank you for coming on over here. Hopefully you'll learn all this stuff pretty quickly. Are you tech oriented?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, where did you grow up? Around here? Or
East Chicago.
East Chicago? And did you go to Central or did you go to Bishop Knoll?
I went to Central, yeah.
East Chicago Central?
Yeah.
And so was Katrina Alexander there when you were there? No, she runs the media department there?
I'm not sure.
Who was running the media department there? Or did you not have one?
I don't know. I used to want to be an engineer back in high school.
And then what happened?
I got kind of bored. I was always pretty much into more artsy stuff, so I decided to just take a risk and change my major to broadcasting instead.
All right. Well, good luck with that, by the way. Engineering, broadcasting, that happens a lot. People get in there and they're like, this physics class isn't for me, baby.
Math and
yeah, it's just, advanced calculus. I'm done. I'm out. I'm going to go over and learn how to talk on the radio. Thank you. Say your first name again.
Lynette.
Lynette. Okay, so that's one word or two words?
It's one word.
One word, Lynette. All right, I will remember that. Your last name I'll get, 3 weeks later, okay? Yeah. Lynette and Adriana, thanks a lot. In the studio with me is Tom Wyslinski. Wyslinski, let's go straight to it. You got a pet peeve of mine. I drove down to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. They got a little farm west of Lafayette. They used to be cops if we're on the Lafayette and the Purdue Force. And they keep moving west. They're actually over by Benton Central now a little bit.
Oh, they're real west.
Yeah, they're real west. We shouldn't have taken I-65, but I take it.
Should have taken 41.
I should have taken. I did coming back. I go, it's Lafayette. I get on, and I forgot. I'm like, oh, yeah, they're west. Mm-hmm. But I'm driving down there. It's 11 o'clock on a Sunday. I go, yeah, we should be able to make pretty good time. It was 2 lanes of traffic the entire way, car after car after truck after truck. There was never a break.
No.
And then we got off, and I went over and I looked from one of the bridges. I stopped. She goes, what are you doing? I go, I want to see if there's a break in this traffic. It was stock full traffic for 2 lanes late on a Sunday morning. I can't imagine what that is at like 4:30 on a Thursday. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm with you.
I
Why
hate
don't they
driving
build
65.
another? Why don't they build another lane? It doesn't make any sense.
I could speculate.
Well, the money that came off the toll road and other money.
Yeah, went to I-69 and all the other stuff down by Indianapolis. Their roads are paved with our money. But then it goes back to the group that was here when the deal was made, and they could have easily, this is going to happen, people. Make a good deal, get what we need. No, instead they fought it. And this is what we get.
It was
shame on all those people before us not seeing the forest of the trees. And it is what it is.
I think what you're referring to is that it was on the table to put the 3rd lane on, but I think there was a lot of wranglings at the time.
The leadership from Northwest Indiana decided they were going to try to fight it instead of accept it and make a good deal. And this is just my opinion. And this is what we got.
So I did go to the Flex Road meeting, and I don't know if you're right. if I could just,
I travel that section of highway every day from Halstead Street on to Klein Avenue, and there's no construction going on, and from 2:00 until 7:00 every night is bumper to bumper traffic.
That's without construction.
Without construction, going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, and same thing.
Just, the migration to Northwest Indiana is huge. If people can't understand that we don't have the infrastructure specifically on I-94 to handle the traffic.
Well, honestly, I think
that's the new Dan Ryan is what it is.
Well, it is the new Dan Ryan, and I think you get to the heart of it. Is that we're also excited that so many people are moving from Illinois. You see so many Illinois license plates. You see data centers coming. You see huge development. The unions, I talked to them. They're mostly all working.
Our biggest cheerleaders are over in Springfield, Illinois, that are just basically destroying the economy in Illinois. And they're all laughing and smiling, thinking all's great. I always tell my friends that still live in Illinois, last one out, shut off the lights, because you guys are going to destroy that whole. And I was born and raised in Lansing. My parents always wanted to live in Illinois, and we finally. When I went down to Purdue in the '80s, I'm like, I'm not coming back to that hellhole. I'm sorry, it's just going down the tubes. And Mayor Daley, he lifted the city up in the '90s. I mean, you were there. I mean, it was great to live, work, and play in the city from 1990 till about 2008. I mean, I had no problem walking from North Michigan Avenue, like 900 North, all the way to the Board of Trade, and I felt safe. I felt like, let's stop and have a drink, let's stop and have some pizza or a dinner, and the restaurants were plentiful, and I haven't been in the city probably in 10, 15 years. I have no desire to go there.
I very rarely go to, and
that's sad.
Well,
we're by the best city in the world, and they've destroyed it.
Both Wyslinski and I were down in the financial district, and I loved it, man. And my wife went to law school there at John Marshall's.
I had an office at 11 South LaSalle for about 13 years, and before that, I was at 230 South LaSalle, which was right across the street from Board of Trade.
Yeah, and then
the Federal Reserve Building.
I would park under a bridge, which was free, way far south. And you could not do that now. It would be unsafe
you
to do
figure
that.
it out. I mean, I loved working in the city. I always still talk to all the people that I used to work with, and we reminisce about all the good times we had. I mean, today it's just not the same. It's let's stay after work. Oh, wait a minute, I missed it. What is it? The 9:15? I missed the 9:15. The next train is what? 12:45.
12:45. You know how many times I had to call the wife?
Ouch.
Hey, we had one car. She already had to gather the kids and come pick me up at the train. Now she's got to do it at 1:30 in the morning, or I got to take a $12 cab ride. Hey, he's Tom Wyslinski with the Little Cal Commission. We're not talking about that.
No,
I want to talk about
yet.
one thing that I know that you brought it up, and I don't think that people here understand, with all of the traffic, all of the amounts of water that is created by all of the growth,
Absolutely.
all of the the extra police and all that we need from all this growth. We do not have the infrastructure, not just on I-94 or I-65 or 231. I mean, all of these roads. Randy Niemeyer was here yesterday, and we were talking about some of the growth in South Lake County. I mean, you can only put in so many roundabouts.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. These two-lane roads are not made to have car after car after car and all these cutouts. I don't know what we're going to do, especially east-west across the region right now. It's very difficult to drive anywhere at any time, and the biggest thing I wanted to bring up is I went to that Flex Road thing, and they're going to put all these big gantries, and they're going to put new lines of internet, and they're going to change the lane configurations to reversible lanes. So they're going to have to close down 2 lanes, 3 lanes at a time. Can you imagine what that traffic's going to be like this time next summer?
This is the kind of planning that we have. or lack thereof. I mean, thank goodness that I'm in my 60s. And who knows, anymore. You don't know what's going to happen, but
well, I mean,
I won't say I'm not going to be long for this world, but my days of being a road warrior are, I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's take some phone calls. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing this morning?
Thank you.
Outstanding. I woke up today.
Good. Yeah. Well, okay, Jed, what I called about this morning, I heard Mike, and I want to be of assistance to him if I can. Okay? We live in the richest country in the world, and we have a North Township trustee. I do know, I'm a former township trustee board member. I know how township government works. Basically, an emergency case like that, you don't have to go through all the in and out about, you need it to be this. I know he indicated that his address, he's trying to change his address back to, he has to be in North Township, but in case of emergency, Andrew Santos, he's the trustee of North Township. And I know when I was on the township, a person could be traveling through Northwest Indiana, and if they got locked down, they could give them whatever assistance they need. Now, basically what he's saying I know they take care of the food. They take care of your rental assistance. I mean, if you're paying mortgage, but if you don't own a mortgage, they may your utilities. So there's so much. And yes, I can, as an individual, I can make a contribution. I think that's what he was asking. His friends, nobody called. Well, I called Mike. I've called him. But I did let him know that even though I retired after 36 years, everybody knows that I still work. So I don't have a lot of time to do. But I think, like I say, he has a lot of friends. I know that. And the first time I met Trucker Mike, I was picking up a thing for Burnham Smith, what he has every year for the needy, not the greedy. Okay? And Mike came through the door, I believe, of a grocery store. I never seen him in my life. I heard him on Trucker Mike, and he basically gave some money to something that Bernard Smith was giving. He gave it to me. I mean, he gave it to me, but I transferred it to Bernard Smith. So let me say, if Santos is listening, anybody from the North Township listening, they can assist him right now, and he won't have to worry about this thing. He sounded, down and stuff, but he need to just hold on, and that is the agency. And I guarantee you, this call. That's one reason I was trying to get on earlier when you were talking about that. But I know you had some. You got a guest in there now, right?
Yeah, I mean, Wyszynski's just kind of hanging out. Yeah, but
you brought up a good point, because that's exactly what the township trustee is there for. Small interim emergency services before someone can get to the real.
Absolutely.
When's my Social Security coming in? When's my disability coming in? Because you're absolutely right. I mean, and it's not just the township trustee. There's other means of. You've got the
Catholic Charities.
Catholic Charities. You've got the Salvation Army has a food bank. There's all kinds of. But that's the problem. We're all proud people, and we don't want to ask for help. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help if you need it. Nothing wrong with that.
Well,
we're all generous people here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That right now, and a lot of time when I hear stuff like that, and I say, now we living in the richest country in the world, and we give money billions of dollars. He's not asking for much. Mm-hmm. He's asking for a little bit, just to make ends meet until something else comes through. But right now, he needs, and I'm personally going to make a contribution, and I'll drop it by his house one day. And like I said,
I got some other people that have texted in too. Ron, thank you. I'm sure just getting the word out. He can't read it right now, but you can go to Mike's Ground to Air videos and leave Mike.
Does he have macular degeneration? Is that what happened?
I don't know what happened.
Because basically, my aunt had this thing where one day the lights went out. And basically what happened was it's called macular degeneration of the eyes, and she can see your silhouette, but she can't see you. She can see a check, but she couldn't sign her name. It just, the lights went out. I mean, it was sad. It just, but there's nothing nobody can do about it.
So
if that's what happened.
If you guys are just joining us, if you remember, Trucker Mike had a medical incident. Ron Matlock, MX, Dave from Gary, Paul Goddard, and of course Tom Dabberton was on the air during that moment, and they were able to get over there and get him emergency services and get him to the hospital live, basically live on the air. So they, during all of this, Mike has somehow lost his sight, which is just an incredible story in that his wife Debbie, who has called us and has been part of the show for 20 years, doesn't see either. So now they're both sitting in a house in Hammond, and he's newly not seeing. She has not been seeing for a long time, and it's just kind of sad. So we have to figure out a way to get some emergency services there. I'm sure that Santos and his people will lead that charge. Thank you, Ron. I'll get an update on Thursday, okay? All right, thank you. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air. How are you?
Hey, good, Jimmy. It's Johnny. Good morning to you. And prayers for Trucker Mike. What a sweet guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, the reason I did want to call up, I wanted to talk to you a while, and I'm glad you're talking about it this morning, roads. I don't, out in the southwest Arizona, they got 6-lane roads before homes are even built. They're way ahead on their infrastructure. Back here, we do it ass backwards, it seems. But what we need is a 265 just below Lowell, where they put that new visitor center. If they had a 265 to go around for anybody needing to go to Detroit or anybody needing to go west to Joliet, Chicago, it would certainly help. But why is it we don't hear any conversation about this?
Well, they were. It
seemed like we heard some conversation years ago.
Yeah, they were talking about putting that toll road in south of Cedar Lake, and that just never happened. And that was going to be the relief valve. And now what we have is just everybody.
Yeah, how long ago was that? How long ago was that talked about? Do you remember,
Oh,
sir?
gosh. I'm guessing 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, I thought so. But it needs.
How's the weather in Arizona? I'm heading there this weekend.
It's got to happen. I don't know if anybody's still talking about it, but it has to happen. It's Borman. Because Borman's a hot mess. You know it. I just heard you talking about it.
Johnny, what you can live in the region and not really have to use the Borman too many times. The problem right now is I know where you live, so what...
I'm on it all the time.
I'm on it a lot too. But
I'm on it every day.
I'm on more. I'm on 173rd and 169th and Ridge Road and Main Street. All of those roads are getting untravelable.
Yeah, when the Borman is backed up, Ridge Road is a mess.
Calumet Avenue.
And Main Street now is closed. 45th Street is closed at a certain point. So that's a complete mess. It's just, okay, let's tear it all up at once, and this is a great idea. Okay, great planning, guys. It's all good. Let's sit at a table. Let's sit at a table and let's figure out just how messed up we can make it this year.
I don't want hey, man, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it's a hot mess.
No, you're not a Debbie Downer. Logical people aren't sitting in the room with these illogical people who are sitting on their darn little phones and texting each other because they can't speak one-to-one, and they're not logical thinkers and have a lot of common sense. When I was growing up, we had a little saying when I was working my first job. Hey, buddy, a little common sense gets through the day, isn't it?
Hey, Johnny, I want to bring something up specifically.
It's a hot mess. Yeah, go ahead.
Calumet Avenue, I went into the cleaners yesterday, and then I just had to take a right out of the cleaners there, right by Burger King, right?
Yeah.
For 3 turns of the light, there was never an opening to make a right turn. It was constant traffic.
Well, Broadmoor shut down, so
that's why.
Is that why?
Yeah.
The Broadmoor shut down by Target.
They're putting
That's another
in a sewer.
That's right.
They're putting in a sewer down Broadmoor, so that you don't have that relief valve. But, you know,
Hey, but we got to do something about the.
Hold on a second. Let's go ahead, Johnny.
Go on.
What's that?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt him either. But hey, we got to do something about the Broadmoor, please. Somebody's got to start screaming
All right.
about
Well,
the Broadmoor.
if you just joined us, all right. Listen, for the next 3 years, starting in a couple of months, they're gonna rip it up.
Oh yeah,
and so all that stuff's gonna be on Ridge Road.
We finished it last year, John, and now we're going to do it again because we got to make sure that there's always a cone out there. We got to make sure of that there's got to be orange cones everywhere you go because that's important. It's like I-65. Okay, what lane are we shutting down this year? It's a joke.
Oh my God,
it is such a joke.
All right, both of you guys, slow down. Thanks a lot, Johnny, for the phone call.
Hey, man, 265. Get the conversation going, please.
Just like Indianapolis, you got 465.
No, but here's the thing. I was on the air during this discussion of basically putting a relief road, like sometimes you go to certain cities and they got circles around them.
Sure.
All like Atlanta's got like 265, 865. I mean, it goes all the way around in different rings. Well, they did the test of, well, what if you connected I-65 and you took it all the way around to 55, and that was, so many billions of dollars. But they figured out that it would only be a 2.5% reduction in traffic on the Borman.
Really?
So, hey, do you drive that a lot? Do you drive the Borman a lot, Adriana? Go ahead, turn your mic on. I mean, do young people take the Borman?
I'm going to tell you this right now. Young people don't call it the Borman. They just say, okay, highway. We don't call the highways by their names. Dan Ryan, the Borman, we don't really say that. But yeah.
Getting on the highway.
Yeah, just get on the highway. But yeah, if the Borman's this one right here, because we also don't know where they're at. That's why we don't call them their names, because we don't know where they're at.
Because they can't read a map.
Yeah. They
don't know what an atlas is.
They stopped
using
geography in like 4th grade. I've heard of it,
She's heard of it now.
I've heard of it.
I love it.
But no, actually, we do sell those at my other job. So yeah, I do know an atlas.
She works at Cracker Barrel
and they have the road maps
Yeah.
and atlases, and I'll look at that, and I'm just like, I'll look at it, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm a little like. Okay, it's a little confusing. And my mom's like, yeah, now imagine that, but a big old map while you're in the car and trying to figure out where you're at and then telling the driver where to go. And I'm like, yeah, no, we'd be lost. But, I drive the Borman quite frequently just to kind of get around to certain places. But the construction is definitely not my favorites, especially you have all the construction on the highway, so then you get off and you're like, okay, well, I'll take the back roads, but you can't really take the back roads because they're all under construction as well. So it's kind of like, all right, so instead of waiting some
I got an
there's
awesome
10
idea.
minutes. Yeah.
Let's put up a toll booth. That's what we need, right on 94. Let's
we don't
put
need
up
any
some
more
toll
of those.
booths.
It already costs too much to drive. You want to make it more money?
Part of the reason I bring this up, Adriana, is next year and for 3 years, they're going to rip this road up and they're going to try to make reversible lanes and put in big, massive signs, and you're going to be able to drive on the shoulders, and they're going to try to make it one of the most technologically advanced roads in America.
What's wrong with our road right now? Why do we need to be more technologically advanced? Fix the potholes before we even get to that.
Amen to that.
Way to go. But
I'm on board with that idea.
So my point is that I want to plan for this. I think I'm going to have a meeting with Goddard and how do we get the traffic on the air all the time? I mean, it's going to be that bad. The Borman is going to be that bad, and Ridge Road. And you ever try to make a left coming out of here when traffic is on the Borman? It's impossible, right? It's terrible. Anyways, 219-845-1100. I know other people are waiting.
3 people, yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, you're on the air. Hey, you're on the air. How are you? You waited all this time. I'm so sorry. All right.
Can't hear nothing from
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Let's
Dead
move
air.
on. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air. How are you?
Well, at least you hit the right buttons on this call. Hey, Jimmy.
Dump them.
So, hey, don't you think it'd be a great idea if the brilliant genius demo dumbasses in Munster turned Ridge Road into 2 lanes? Wouldn't that help everything? And how's that $2.2 billion train helping congestion? This is why Democrats are dead forever.
That's why it's not going to be operational until next year.
Really? Unbelievable.
There was an article a couple weeks ago that said they're waiting on parts and pieces. This thing isn't going to be ready to go until possibly
So what happened,
early
Jimmy,
next
was
year.
your brilliant union boys putting that idiotic train together. What they did is they unfortunately didn't hook up the electricity right. So when one of the guys was standing on the platform leaning on a metal pole, he was like, "Why are my testicles tingling?" Oh, we hooked it up wrong.
No,
2.2 billion, Jimmy. Right down the crapper.
All right.
Good
hey, thanks
move,
for your phone
Democrat.
call. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Debbie, how are you?
Hanging in there.
We're so sorry to hear about Mike.
I know, it's hard.
So, how long have you been visually impaired?
Little over 18 years.
And so Mike has basically helped you out and cared for you, right?
Yeah.
And so now he all of a sudden can't see. Are you able to get your way around the kitchen and make some food for you guys to eat, or how's that working?
I'm the one that did everything.
Okay.
The only thing I can't do is the laundry because it's not in our house. It's up front and the front house. I can't get there.
All right. Well, hopefully Mike and you are going to get some help so people can help you. Make your food, do your laundry, and carry you to your doctor's appointments. Are you guys working on this or what?
Is what?
I'll tell you what. See if anybody reaches out today and tries to get you guys some assistance, all right? And if not, call tomorrow. Tom Dabberton will be here, and we'll make sure that we make the connection with the North Township, okay?
What? I would just want to put something out.
Okay, go ahead.
We're going to have to sell our camper and golf cart. Going to sell them both for $1,000.
Your camper and golf cart for $1,000?
I know. I told them we could probably get more, but we're going to need some money really fast.
All right, you know what, Debbie, you guys gotta talk to the trustee's office, North Township, and they will get you some assistance until the Social Security kicks in, okay? And your disability check comes, all right?
All right.
All right. Call tomorrow and talk to Tom Dabberton, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you. One more phone call.
Before we get to that phone call, can we have him move over?
He doesn't want to be on TV. Plus, we got too many lights on, and it blinds my eyes when it shines off his forehead.
Let me fix
all right,
this
go
back
ahead.
right here.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right, one
Now
last
he's gonna
phone
move
call.
on.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you're on the air. Hi.
There we go.
Good morning. Good morning. I think the only way to truly fix the traffic, it's great how they're putting the South Shore in, but if they make like a blue line that connects to the South Shore in different towns that takes you to the South Shore, that will eliminate so much traffic just right there. All right, I'll talk to you later.
No, wait a second. How are we going to pay for making more trains? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
What people don't understand, it's the people aren't traveling to Chicago. They're traveling through the south suburbs. And then also the 94, I-94, you go on that during the day, it's all the trucks traveling through the region, going east and west. There's so many people here now.
So
it is what it is.
So what I want to set up is I want traffic for the next 3 years, starting in like January, to basically be on AI every break, live traffic, and you're going to make that happen. Or you could tell the intern to do it.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a short break. Little Cal up next on the voice and face of the region.
Little pink